Hey, Niall Monroe Jenkins here. Thanks for stopping by the Car Connection Workshop. We got a bunch of stuff to do under the hood on the 99 Honda Civic DX 5-speed air conditioning. One owner, 310,000 K, I might say. How's yours doing? Yeah. Let me show you a little trick that's going to involve these little guys right here. Okay? I'm not going to do the trick, but I'm going to show you how you do it. And you need these two fellers right here to do it. Okay, let's jump right in. I just want to make a comment because I got to do an evac and recharge of the AC. How simple they make it here. I don't have to go chasing down the high and low pressure lines and the valves to tap in to put my AC manifold gauge on. They're right here. There's the high side. There's the low side. I can work right here. The other thing I like is I don't have any condenser strapped in front of the radiator, so I got to take the radiator out to get to the condenser. I can just unbolt it here, disconnect the hoses, and lift it right out. Same with the radiator. The radiator takes about 20 minutes to take it out. You undo this, take your hoses off, move your overflow bottle, and hog it right out of there in minutes, and I've done it. So you pull it out, then you separate your fan. Same with for the air. It has its own fan. It's separate, so you can hog it out of there in no time. So I got to do an evac and recharge while it's in here, and we'll take care of that business. So what I got going on here is, listen closely. That's driving me nuts. Like this. Nut. Similar? Or not? More like a washer? Okay. So here's what I do. I got to get this bolt out, get it off of there. Somebody broke it. Wasn't me, but it looks like some of my work. But it wasn't. I can't claim it as my own. Somebody else broke it. Okay? So you got to fix that stuff. Because when the engine's running and you let the clutch out, just before the clutch engages, you hear this horrendous vibrating sound that drives you crazy. So I got to take this off, this shield. I'll have to pull my oxygen sensor out so I can get the shield right off. And then I'll get in there, and here's what I'll be doing. I'll grind the top of that broken bolt right there. I'll grind it and make it shiny. Then I lay a washer on top of it like that. And I weld the washer to the broken stud, and then I weld a nut on top like that, and you will get that broken stud out every time. If you take your time, that's all you need to do. So again, I'll slow that down in slow-mo with the slow-mo gizmo. Put the washer there. And put the nut on there and weld them both. So again, take the heat shield, make sure you got a good shot at the broken stud. Just clean up the top so it's shiny. Take your nice shiny new washer, place it directly over the stud. Weld it. Put a nice beautiful rosette in there. Take a nice fresh nut. Sometimes you feel like a nut, and sometimes you don't. It doesn't. So then weld the nut to the washer. Now you've created a way to get that stud out of there. I used to do it like this, but that doesn't always work very well. The nut tends to break off, but I found using the washer around the stud, welding, nice rosé, weld it in there, do a great job. If you make it so that it's too tall, just grind it flat. Take a minute, grind it flat, drop the nut on top, and then just weld the nut on 3 or 4 sides. Let it cool, drive it out. And do it by hand. Don't put the whizzy tool on. There's too much of that going on, and I talked about that in a podcast this morning. Was, an 8.5 hour brake job that should have taken 2.5 hours. 3 tops. That's why I'm behind. This should have been already done, but it's not. So we have a kinked hose there. We better talk to your mom there, Skippy. We have a kinked washer nozzle hose. How did that happen? We don't know. We just have to fix it. Yeah, that's interesting. I can fix that. That's not a problem. So that's how I'm going to take care of that. It'll take me literally probably half an hour to pull that shield off, pull the oxygen sensor out. The whole thing is with anything is your prep work. And yeah, it's pretty gooey under here, but I did, believe it or not, it was gooier. I mean, when I work on this thing, I get dirty because it's gooey. That's why it's still around.
You are dirty.
Huh?
You're dirty.
How did that happen? I was only doing noodle art. Yes, you can see what I mean. The product that the lady I bought it off of, I don't know where she was having it done, but it was a sticky, gooey, black stuff. And I've washed, believe it or not, I've washed quite a bit of it off. But it's pretty nasty when you're working on this car. You get dirty and you go through a lot of shop towels, but as you can see, it's not rotted out. So who cares? You clean up. That's why we have soap and hand cleaner. Citrus, best. That's the best. And armpit sauce. Don't forget the armpit sauce. It's for us, not for you. Just saying. All right, so I thought I'd share that with you. And what I also like about this vehicle is, where's the fuel filter? Right here, where I can stink and get to it. It's right here. And I just changed that back in the spring. So, yeah, we shot the video on that. You might want to go in there. We had a misfire on this engine, and it turned out to be a loose plug, and it was ready for the right spark plugs to be put in there. And what a difference that makes. Don't be putting Champion spark plugs in a Honda or a Toyota. Don't do it. And those split fire things, go and get the plugs it was born with. On this, or any, like whether it's a Toyota, a Nissan, or a Honda, NGK is fine, Nippon Denso is fine, and you can get them online. That rhymed. Hey! Yeah, so no Champion spark plugs, no AC Delco, no offense to them. Champions go in Dodge, AC Delco goes in GMs, and Fomoco goes in the Fords. Ford Motor Company, Fomoco. I don't put anything else in the Fomoco stuff. It's Fomoco, Ford Motor Company. Yeah, so just so you know, that's what I do, and it works extremely well. So air filter, you can get to the air filter in literally minutes. It's right here. Distributor cap and wires, it's right here. The only thing that's ornery on this thing is the belts, because everything, in my opinion, they could you just have over that way a little bit more? Like there's room, but no, it's tight on this side. It's really tight. So doing the alternator, changing the belts, it's tight. So I thought just share a little bit what's under the hood. It's not too bad to work on, I have to tell you. For $99, it's hanging in there. It does need a little bit of cosmetic surgery down at the back, and I'm hoping we can get that done before the end of the summer. I would like my friend Don to take care of that. He has a shop. He's an older guy. He does body work the old school way. Nobody wants to deal with the rusties anymore, but he will. He'll do it, and he'll do a really nice job for you at a fair price. So I'd really like to get that area taken care of in the quarter panels. And that seems to be an area that Honda has still been plagued with today, is that same area right back here. And I can tell you why. Right here. You look at Hondas, they break out in the same spot on both sides. When I had my 98 CRV, same thing, it kept breaking out here. And what it is where the Rubbermaid bumper bolts to the flange. So there's a lip that goes right under here. Where it bolts to that flange, it holds the crud in there, but it also gives a spot for the rust to start, because two dissimilar pieces together, this is what happens. This rubs against the metal flange till the paint comes off, and then the rusties set in. This is exactly what happens. They vibrate and they move, and it strips the paint off in that spot every time. So till next time, hope you're learning a few things here. Don't forget to leave us a comment. What's the oldest car you have in the driveway that you're still running? Yeah, let us know. We want to know. We want to know what your car's driving. Tell us how many kilometers do you have. This one has 310. It's a 99. It was bought by a lady, and she drove the stick. And I got it from her. She was a long-time Car Connection listener, 26 years, and gave me a file folder about that thick of all the maintenance she learned about doing from Car Connection on this car. So this car is living proof of what I'm teaching you can do this. 1999. You realize how old this is? It's a quarter century. It's a quarter century. I need to get cleaned up. It's time to have a cup of joe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for stopping by. This video is brought to you by Mama Louise and her husband Earl at City Auto Sales and Leasing. Buy with confidence. Be treated with nothing less than honesty and integrity. Great vehicles, low mileage, fantastic prices. We'll see you in the next one. Oh yeah. If you're enjoying the videos like I know you are, ring the notification bell. It works.